So hello everyone. Thank you for joining today. So today with me I have the three awesome co-founders. So with me today I have the three awesome co-founders of TogBog. TogBog is a blog from Bangladesh, a vlog from Bangladesh. So with me I have Tanzim Bhai, Samin Bhai, and Nayeem Bhai. So they're online. Hello Bhaiya, how are you?
Hello, Sajid Bhai. You can just call us Tanzim, Naeem, and Samin.
Yeah.
Please.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
absolutely.
100%. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you wish. So
Yeah.
basically, today I want to talk to them to find out why they started TogBog, their background, what they're trying to achieve, and how they're promoting Bangladesh. Because as you know, I like to bring people online and talk to them. People who are making a difference, and making it like making a positive difference. So with that, Tanzim Bhai, I will start with you since your name appears on the top. So can you please talk about yourself and your co-founders, how you know each other, how did you come together, things like that.
So yeah, we've been school friends for now about almost 10 years. And this TogBog has always been like a dream project for us. We've always, together as friends, we have a huge group of friends, and we've always aspired to do something together, to create something that will create a good legacy for all of us. So after like a lot of planning and a lot of discussions and everything, we thought of creating a Facebook page, as we realized that Facebook has a very wide reach to at least Bangladeshi people. So, and as we also noticed that every day we used to see really negative news about Bangladesh, and it really used to bother us. That we 100% understand there is negativity in our country, and we respect that. But we were also like, that where is the positivity though? There is good stuff happening in the country. Our culture is so brilliant, our history is so beautiful, our people are so inspirational. So we sort of wondered, where are all those contents, or where are things about them. So we started to think about that and thought like we should make content about these things: the culture, the history, the people. So we slowly started to create. Like we first thought that we should create articles and write articles. But we started to realize that articles was getting a little bit too
Boring.
Yeah, it was getting too boring, and people weren't reading it actually. So we thought, why not we take an approach that a lot of the major media companies are doing right now. They're creating these short videos formatted for Facebook, and they show it in such a good way that you get the information and you learn something new easily within 2 minutes, and you learn a lot in 2 minutes. So we thought of that, and we started planning from March of 2017, and then we started officially from May 27th, and from then we've been working, and we're posting a video every day since then. And yeah, that's how
Now we're here.
Well, thank you for taking the time out. I know you guys are very busy.
No problem at all. Thank you.
No, I really appreciate that you guys came over to talk to me, and because obviously there is a story behind the story,
100%.
and that story that people should know who are these three individuals who are putting all this awesome video and promoting Bangladesh in a positive light out to the world. So this is the story behind the story. It's cool.
Actually, we have a bigger team,
Team of 7.
Yeah,
we're a team of 7.
Unfortunately, most of our friends are also abroad, and they are working with us at the same time. It's very difficult, but yes, we managed to do it because we have the dedication for it. So, alhamdulillah.
Fabulous. Whose brainchild is it? Car idea but let's do this.
So it started off, it's very weird because first we didn't really actually pinpoint it to it's going to be about these things. We started to realize that we started to be more confident about what's our actual aim. we initially started thinking about like, we'll just make content about Bangladesh, and it's not going to be negative things, it's going to be like content that you like, it will be like that.
All the positive things.
Yeah. Then we started to talk together
and basically everyone's ideas came together, and
then we realized that there are these 3 sections, and then we just focused on these 3 sections fully, and that became our full goal. So you can say it's pretty much everyone's idea has been accumulated together to make this.
So it's everyone's brainchild, basically.
Yeah. Okay, great. So now with that, I think we should talk about what are you studying now, one of you.
So I'm in North-South University, and I'm studying computer science and engineering.
Yeah, I'm in Independent University Bangladesh, and I'm studying economics.
I'm also from Independent University of Bangladesh and also studying economics.
Oh, fabulous. But you all went to the same school.
Yeah.
And then just
different universities.
We're all from BF Shine English Medium School.
Yeah,
all of us, all the co-founders.
Do you know that school?
Yes, I do know. My cousin used to study, but back then, obviously, they only had the Bengali medium.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaheen.
It's still there.
Yeah.
They have the biggest campus.
So yeah, that's where he used to go. However, এখন জানি না এখন আর কোথায় কোথায় branch খুলছে because everything grows, right?
Yeah.
So cool. Now, when you started this idea of TogBog, how did your family feel? I mean, I'm not going to ask you friends because your friends are already supporting you, but I'm sure Bangladesh যেটা হয় বাংলাদেশের বাবা মা বলে যে পড়ালেখার কি হবে, why are you doing this, এটা করে লাভ কি হবে, চাকরি বাকরি নাও. So how does that conversation go, or do they know even what you're doing, or is that like kind of
So for me, my story was that first thing when I was initially working, and we were working very hard at it because we were working 2 weeks before we even launched. So we had to create a lot of videos beforehand, and then we sort of started to release them one by one. So we started working before since March. So when I was working a lot, and my mom and dad used to think, what are you doing? What does this like? What are you doing? I don't think there will be any advantage, or it's not going to help you in any way. But I thought that I had to just prove them. I knew they will see the reason once we launch it. I just had that belief somewhere. It's sort of cliche to say it, but I just had it actually. So I asked them, please let me show it to you. You'll see the reaction when it comes out. So after we gave our first video, it wasn't it didn't reach a lot of many people in the first 1 or 2 hours. Suddenly, I woke up the next day, and suddenly I saw huge number of likes pouring into our page and our video, and everybody's writing really nice comments about us, and that really boosted us.
It motivated us.
It really motivated us because
it still does.
And that was the initial push. I don't even know if that push came in, if we'd be still doing it, because that was a huge reaction for us. So once I showed that to my parents, they felt really nice because they saw that this is something that could actually change the mindset, maybe in a little way, but at least it has a chance. So I asked them to keep faith in me and let me just try this out fully because I'm really passionate about it.
So my story wasn't like his because I previously didn't tell my parents that I was doing this. So my dad actually came across the page before I told him. So he's a big fan of TogBog, and later when he found out that I'm part of this, he's like, wow, you're part of this, my son is doing this, nice. And after that, they were very supportive of everything, and they still are.
My part of the story is my mother is a doctor, my father is an engineer, marine engineer, so they told me to do anything I want because they have played the part of the society. When in Bangladesh everybody says that you have to be a doctor or engineer, so my parents were very chill about what I'm doing. They told, do what you want. So
we're very blessed like that because without their support I don't think we could have done it, because the way they made the way for us, they didn't, for my parents, they did not pressure me as much as I hear about other of my classmates' parents do that they study something that they don't want, but unfortunately their parents force them, and that kind of saddens me a bit. So I'm very blessed like that. All three of us.
Well, then the question is, and this is, I think, I'm going away from TogBog, but you brought up a very interesting point. And sometimes it does. I do, think about it. How do we, and this is off topic, right? And you don't have to discuss this, but my question is, how do we change this culture? Or culture যে বাবার ইচ্ছা ছিল আমি আমার ছেলে বাবার ইচ্ছা ছিল বাবা ওকালতি পড়বে মানে ল পড়বে কিন্তু সে পড়তে পারে না এখন বাচ্চাকে তার ছেলেকে বা তার মেয়েকে পড়তেই হবে
Unfortunately, yeah. Because I think, because Bhaiya, I think this was the way it used to be. Because education was the only way out. Right now we have social media, the internet, which might be the greatest invention in the world. That right now that you can do anything you want in life and earn from it. And I have literally seen someone eating biryani and earning money from it. He's live streaming eating biryani and he's earning money. So I think this is it. This is one of the best times to be alive right now.
Yeah, and the thing about the thing, the Bangladeshi thing that you have to be this because I wanted to be this and that. That thing is changing.
Changing, exactly.
So you can see plenty of startups by guys from universities, and they're doing so well. They're changing Bangladesh as it is.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's changing so nicely, and parents are realizing it as they're also coming into social media and getting one with technology, and they're realizing that yes, right now there is just so much to do, and there is just no one career path anymore. There is just so much to do in this world, and thanks to the internet, it has been, Bangladesh is seeing a new change. I believe it's going to create a huge change in Bangladesh.
Okay, great. I mean, then, I will take your word for it. Because you are more, I think the reason because you're more closer to that side of the equation than I am. আমি বলতেছি না যে আমি any less Bengali, right? আমি বাংলাদেশে আসি, but maybe আমি থাকি time. But you are in that demographic where you are still studying, you are with your parents, so you will know better, and you have friends who are studying as well, so you know better if it's really changing or not. But I've always wondered, will it ever change because babar ichha chilo, dadir ichha chilo, chachar ichha chilo.
That's unfortunately. But like I said, it's it is changing. It's not fully yet. Still, I think one of the big things is as I've realized is we are very fearful of trying something new sometimes.
What people will think of us.
What people will think of us, and if we do something that is out of the norm, or out of opening a Facebook page or a YouTube channel, or even doing interviews, everybody is afraid of it somewhere. They think society will see me differently, but that's the thing, Arki. Once they just break out of that thought process, I think that's it. They'll realize the world is there. They can do whatever they want.
Okay, great. So let's move along. So one thing is when doing a vlog is one thing, or thinking about it is one thing. Putting together the resources, as in video skills, idea, cinematography, storyline, and all these things. How does that process work? Can you share it, or is it a secret? Or
no.
How
We're all open about it. So basically, we have 3 video editors, and we have 2 researchers and writers. And basically, I'm one of the video editors, and I have other 2 friends who also video edit. Samin is one of the researchers and the writers for our videos. And Nayeem is right now currently handling our Instagram account. If you want to see it, it's TogBog_IG, right?
And TogBog is called BD.
BD, right? Yeah. So basically that's how we operate. We weekly plan out what kind of videos we're going to make. So we plan out what kind of videos that people might want to watch, and what kind of videos people need to see. So that's how we start to think and brainstorm and keep googling good articles about.
We all sit together and
plan it.
What video is gonna come next week.
Yeah. So
we are always a week ahead.
We're not only
We're
a week ahead,
weeks ahead,
we
basically.
plan it for
Yeah.
our next 6 weeks are all planned. So we all create all these topics, and then our researchers and writers like Samin and another friend of ours, they research the topic and then they write a full script about it. Then they send it to one of our video editors, meaning me or other of my two
and
friends.
basically they make a video of it.
And then we create a video with by video editing and easily, and then we just upload it.
And the video scalings which you were talking about, we had different video scalings. We had to experiment, and then finally we came to a decision. Okay, this looks nice. This is good. Like
you
the
see,
colors. If you see our
earliest
videos from
videos,
like 6-7 months ago, they're completely different to what
they're
you've seen
so
now.
bad. And we watch it and we're just so embarrassed that people like this, and we're just so lucky we realize that there's just zero quality in that video, but people liked it, and which is great.
But you know, we're always evolving. We're still experimenting. We're still finding better ways to show our videos, efficient ways, nicer ways, so it looks good to the eye.
So this is how we operate.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think one thing I will tell you is you are getting better. So you need to start somewhere, and Bangladeshis are craving for that positive story. Because I think we don't express it, but deep down we all want something positive. Yeah. Even I, right? You know, so whatever little they get, we run with it and we amplify it. And obviously, you know, TogBog is a great platform. I'm just so lucky to be able to talk to you because I've seen your videos. And seriously telling you, I didn't have any contacts, and thanks to Nayeem A who put you guys. Yeah. Because I was like, how do we talk to you? And he's like, oh, I know the founders. We should talk. Great.
Thank you so much
now, how did you put together the resources? I mean, you know, again, going back, you know, video korte gele you need equipment. You're probably renting it or you purchased it. I mean, you probably have it as a hobby, or how do you, and even I think recently you did the Poila Boishak video, and I think it was you did you had something like a quadcopter or something like that was flying, or can you talk about that?
For the Pohela Boishak, we gave 2 videos. I want to be specific, like the one with all the like celebrations and everything, or the No, that was So that was basically, I found out. Unfortunately, right now we don't have dedicated videographers. So what I tend to do is I try to bring out some of the best footage that we have from YouTube, because I think there are just fabulous videographers and fabulous videos on YouTube that people don't see, unfortunately, because about Bangladesh, that doesn't come up in their feed, and a lot of weird stuff rather comes up in Bangladesh YouTube.
Yeah, when you search Bangladesh on YouTube.
Yeah, so we try to find those good quality footages. So I found them, and I found one by one, and I thought I should show. Basically, I had to edit it and create like a short film type of to show what Pohela Boishak means. Basically, it's a celebration of culture and life in a way. So that's how I just started to find some good footages, and just with some music. It's all from other people, and we all credit them, because this is one of the biggest things we also believe. These people who make the music, who make the videos, and who create these people are so good. Unfortunately, they don't get the reach. So we try to use their work and credit them, because it's not like we want to steal it. We want to showcase their work. We do not take any credit of it.
Yeah. The music, the videos,
everything is there.
Yeah,
and we're open about it.
In our Instagram, you'll see artworks and photographs by other photographers or artists, because we want to share their work, right? Like, they're so amazing.
They're so good,
and so many people miss out on their work, and we want to show their work to Bangladesh about the amazing individuals that it has.
We showcase the talent that we have. It's just. And one of the things I've seen that Bangladeshi photographers, artists, and videographers, they don't get the respect they kind of deserve, at least I feel. So we sort of want to create the respect for them through creating good content, at least. That's how we collect the resources. We have to collect resources it's a little difficult because Bangladesh is finding resources is very difficult, especially for a topic. If you want to find a good article, it's very difficult. So we have to scour through the internet like for hours to find good material to work with.
Achha, along that lines, guys, one thing that just came into my mind is, have you thought of creating a upload section or a drop-off section saying, hey, if you want to contribute high quality, obviously you have specified formats like, 1080p or something, music scores, you can drop it here, we'll take a look at it so that you are not spending time. And not everyone, I think, has the ability to go upload the video on YouTube. But now that you have the reach and you have the mass behind you, have you thought of creating a portal where others can contribute or others are building videos and you can probably amplify them?
So that's what we're doing right now on Instagram. A lot of the good photographers, they send us their pictures to showcase them
through email or Facebook or Instagram.
So we showcase them in that way. For Facebook, we haven't done it because we feel that we are very specific on Facebook, because for a certain video we need specific sort of, you can't just give like a Bandarbon vlog if somebody has. It doesn't have any meaning to us if it's not according to the video we want to give. So it's a very weird system for our Facebook because we have to find a very particular sort of video. And sometimes we don't. That's the worst part. For that, we need to go out ourselves and do it, which we soon hopefully will can in the future. But that's why we don't do it much
right now.
Do these kind of videos often, right?
So in the future, we plan on having a section for just our viewers, so they can show their talents, their content, if they want, through our platform, right? If they want to show their pictures, their videos, their talents. Maybe it's a person who dances very well or someone who showcases their football skills and they put it in a video and they want to show it to the Bangladesh. We'll have a complete section for just them so they can upload their stuff and show it to everyone.
Basically, we're trying to build a community sort of that feels like that I can showcase my work with sort of good work, basically.
Yeah, we want our fans to not just be our fans, but a family,
community.
Okay, great. Now, actually, arekta question ashbe, and probably this is a very sensitive topic. Have you thought of monetizing it, or are you already monetizing it? I mean, obviously, you have expenses, right? You need to buy things like equipment, and you need to buy rent like PCs and Macs and do all sorts of things. So, are you already monetizing it, or do you want to monetize it, or what are your thoughts around that?
So, our plan is to build this into a media company. This is our ultimate goal. So right now we're not monetizing our content. Bangladesh doesn't have the Facebook partnership program yet. So we don't get money paid from all of our videos. We get no money. So we're trying to work with sponsors and brands who will create ads or sort of make native advertisement content that will help us to earn money and create better content. Basically, working with brands is the best way right now we're seeing. But there's other money streams also that we're thinking of. That is like website and YouTube. That's what we're trying to track right now.
We're working on it.
Website and yeah, and that's the most difficult part. The content part is great, but the business development is just much more difficult, I believe. So hopefully with time we'll be able to manage it, and that's the best way we think right now is to work with brands, because the biggest media companies in the world, that's how they earn their money. They work with brands, and if you want to be a media company, that's how you have to survive.
So anyone who's watching and wants to support TogBog, I'm going to be very shameless and say, please send the opportunities along their way, knock them on their Facebook. They're very active. Go and tell them, hey, I work with a brand, or I'm a brand manager or communications manager, or I do marketing and I want to work with you guys. Absolutely, find people. They would love it, and I would also love it. Please send opportunities. We need to support the shit. Yes, and I think along the same line, if someone wants to become part of your team, I guess not the core team, but the extended team, and you have interns or if you have provide that kind of opportunities, how can someone reach out? I mean, is it the Facebook page still or something else?
So we respond to every Facebook message that anybody sends us our way because it may get we maybe respond a little bit late, but we do respond, and none of it is automated because we just want to have an organic conversation. We just believe in organic interaction so much that we've only our whole page is fully organic. It has never been about the money. We haven't used money to boost our videos. We once did in the beginning, but it never worked. And we're glad it didn't work because that would have created a bad impression on us, and we would have taken that easy route again and again. But thanks to that failure, we thought of just making good content that people will like, and organically it will do good. So that's how we just believe it. And if people are interested in working with us, 100%, just like message us that if you're interested, please message us. We are 100% looking for people who want to work with us. We just have to be more stable so that we can, as we're also learning in the process. It's not like that we've run.
In the long run, we will take more people into our team, but right now we're still making a foundation for the core team.
100%, because we have some really big ambitions for it. We also want to create a YouTube channel. We also want to make so many good contents, and we have so many just.
We want to have a base completely ready for when people come in, they know what to do.
Yeah, they'll just have to comfortably just do what they want to do. Like if somebody is interested in video editing, so that they can do their best and just be comfortable with it. Yeah.
So, do you work? I mean, do you have an office right now, or are you working from your home?
We're working from our homes.
Our office is international in a way, you could say.
Okay, cool. Now, next is engagement. Where do you think the engagement happens the most? I mean, so I think there are 2 or 3 major platforms, Facebook and Instagram being the top 2. Maybe there's a third one that I'm not aware of, or YouTube maybe. So where do you think, in your opinion, where do you media is consumed the most in Bangladesh?
So I just want to correct you. So this was one of the biggest foundings that we also found. YouTube is actually the biggest platform right now in Bangladesh. People are consuming content more on YouTube in Bangladesh rather than Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is like second, and Instagram is like not third even, like top 10 in top 10 basically. So our engagement most happens in the Facebook comments and the messages, and we just love comments. Facebook comments have been so helpful because we get a lot of suggestions from it,
and we get a lot of feedback. We know where we're going wrong, what the people want, and we fix on those. We work on those and try to better ourselves every step we go.
And thankfully, people have been very merciful with us because we have done mistakes because it's a very new thing for us also. So they have been very merciful with us, and they have always told us that this is probably a mistake. You should
they've showed us the correct way,
and we've always tried to we then back check it that did we mistake, and then we try to again change it up. And we just love engagement. I think that's the best place for me because I don't want like a video with maybe 1,000 likes and there is just 2 comments. That's the worst. I don't want that. I think 1,000.
I'd rather have like 50 comments and 10 likes, because comments is everything to us. Because they give us feedback, they show us how much the people they like our content.
I think that's the best, and shares also. We just love it because share means you want to post it on your wall, which is so big. Like you feel that it's good enough to be
on your wall.
So engagement is huge for us.
So again, another thing is please support TogBog by not just liking, but commenting,
sharing,
telling them what you're doing,
whatever message. We're always there. Please, if you want to message us, we're always going to reply you back. Cool.
Great. So now what are you? Have you guys thought of, how does your team structure looks like? Gender equality is a big thing that's happening around the world. Like, সবাই বলে যে, women participation. There should be more women in the workforce, more women around, in teams, things like that. Obviously, I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but what are your thoughts? Have you guys think of diversification, or do you already have a diverse team?
100%. We fully all agree to it. We've been looking for someone, female, who wants to work with TogBog, and it's difficult because right now we don't pay anybody to work with us. Right now, it's just if you're interested, you can join us. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to have a stable relation with a female or worker or in our team. We've tried, but unfortunately, a lot of people have tried, but they have other stuff to work with, so we don't.
Like we've had 2 potential candidates, and both of them had their own things to work with. Yeah, they helped us. They helped us a
that's
lot.
great. They want to do what they want to do because they have other aims in life.
They helped us a lot, but in the end they focused on what they wanted to do, their businesses, and then
Yeah, basically, we totally agree with the diversity thing because it's such a huge thing. And one thing that does sadden us that only 30% of our audience is female, and we try to create content as much as equally as possible. That's why we try to find a lot of female-oriented content that people might like, or inspiring women in Bangladesh, or inspiring historical women in Bangladesh. Anything, because even though we do not have the perception or the perspective, we try as much as we can, because we just believe there are just so many powerful women in Bangladesh. There is this is a fact, and we've already seen them, and we're already making content on them, and we feel inspired while making them because they are really inspirational women. Also,
if you see our page, there's a video on Durin channel. And she's an amazing lady, the first lady of Wall Street. For Bangladeshi lady of Wall Street. And that's amazing.
She's a
Wall Street is personally one of my goals that I want to be there at one point in my life. And this woman, she's already there, the first Bangladeshi. And she's making it,
She's a really inspirational woman. I was making the video.
She's one of my inspirations, basically.
And and we 100% believe in it, and we're just trying to work on it slowly. Hopefully, we'll get there. One day, I'm sure we'll get there because we really believe in it.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, do you think that you have 30% engagement from the female audience is maybe because you are, as a man or as a male, it's very difficult to understand females' mindset, what they like, and and you're not able to communicate and put together things that a woman would probably be able to put together.
100%. Yes, we totally agree. And the thing is here, we also make content gender neutral. It's not like we create content that is catered around men also. But maybe we're not thinking in the proper way that maybe that will create a better female audience for us. But hopefully, when we get a female person on our team, she can help us with this.
So we're still working. In the future, hopefully the engagement will increase even more, and we'll see results.
So we try to compensate at least by, not even compensate, this is just great content. The female inspirational women that we have in Bangladesh, again, it's just brilliant, and we have to make videos on them because they deserve to get known and be those role models for any boy or girl because they're so talented.
Well, I hope that changes after today because I really hope that even if anyone watching and can donate some time, please engage with TogBog. You don't have to spend your whole day with them. Like the way they work, I can envision you can send them a video script, send them your ideas, send them inspiration.
Brilliant.
You don't have to really take up a job there full time, but do your little bit, guide them so they'll understand better and probably create more content and more work comes forward.
And we've recently we've made a lot of videos that were suggested by our audience.
Yeah.
And we make a lot of them, and we love that, because when people help us back like that, we just love it. That they feel enough that I should give them an idea. Recently, we made one, and one of our and she was a female. She loved it, and we felt so nice that she appreciated it. And yeah, if you have any ideas, even we'd like to please give it.
Okay, great. So now let's move on to the other section, which is like future plans, life plans. Not about TogBog. I think we talked a lot about TogBog. Now I want to really understand you guys, what you guys want to do. I mean, one day in the future, you guys are going to graduate. So do you have any wishes to go abroad and get higher education, specialization?
So for me, I'll start. So for me, I think it's the best time to be in Bangladesh right now, because I'm just seeing such good change in Bangladesh, and I think Bangladesh is just going to change in the next 5 years, and I just want to be a part of that change. I just don't want to leave it. I think I'm going to miss out huge if I go somewhere outside, and I'm very interested in entrepreneurship, as I think it's somewhere I think I work best in. I think I will work best in, because I just love creating something that will leave a legacy for me, at least, that will people will love and remember me for it, at least. So that's my goal, and I think the best way to do it is by staying in Bangladesh, because Bangladesh is going through such an interesting time right now, and we're so blessed to be born at this time, and we have all these opportunities in front of us. I think it's the best time to be in this country. Yeah.
So basically, for me, I do want to go abroad for higher education and be more specialized, as you say, but only after I have taken our company, our brainchild, to a spot where I know it can function while I'm abroad. Because I will do my part while I'm abroad, but I want it to be at a very good position. I want to take it up as much as possible before going. And then after I'm done with my master's or my PhD, and I will come back, hopefully, and I will work with TogBog all over again. But while I'm abroad, I'll do as much as I can while being abroad, because we've already done the things like, as you already know, half of our members are from abroad. And we are planning on doing something like getting our international Bangladeshis so they can work with us too. So we're planning on making this more and more bigger and helping them work with us, having Bangladeshis, making TogBog a completely international thing all over.
Cool.
My vision also aligns with them. I want to stay in Bangladesh. I want to make this company big. Then maybe I'll go and do my PhD on economics. But I want to stay in Bangladesh for a meantime. That's it.
So for me, I don't think I'll be. I don't know. I don't think I'm a guy who will do a higher PhD or because I don't think I'll be able to keep my concentration on there, because I just want to work on building something, honestly. And I've also my parents were really scared about it, but they've realized that with time that it's just not where my mind is. And that's how I think right now.
Okay, cool. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, and I think I'm really inspired. Part inspired, part jealous. Okay, jealous because you guys are truly blessed and lucky. Jay, you were born when you were born, and you have all these opportunities at this age.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I did not.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm very, very jealous, because you're getting the best of the whole world. Everything that has happened in the last 200 years, you're getting it right now.
Exactly.
You have internet on your hand,
so
right,
lucky.
in your hand. Very lucky, and at the same time, I'm inspired because the way you foresee and perceive Bangladesh, in terms of you are right on. My God, and it's inspiring because you already realized it. Like what Bangladesh is going through, the opportunities that lie ahead.
And there's a reason. It's because I'm seeing entrepreneurs like you and other bhaias around us. They're just so obsessed with the future. They're creating this future that I'm believing in it so much.
Yeah.
These are the bhaias who are who are creating startups and who are building these really brilliant businesses. And that's how I believe in it so much, because of entrepreneurs like you and other bhaias who are right now operating in Bangladesh. Yeah. Absolutely.
You guys inspire us.
Yeah, that's why I believe in that future. That's the reason.
Well, thank you. I mean, I do not know what I personally have done, but there are definitely.
No, you've done a lot with all the interviews and the Hubdhaka. I think we should also come here for sometimes working, because it's such a good space. It's great.
Thank you. So now, obviously, I don't want to make it turn it into a Hubdhaka, selling.
No, please.
That's what I'm avoiding this process. One thing is, I try not to mix the two. My reason for talking to you or talking to inspiring Bangladeshis is not because to promote Hubdhaka, but to promote the positive things that are happening right around the world. Primarily Bangladeshis or people tied to Bangladesh, because as you have seen, even during our liberation war, there were non-Bangladeshis who have also contributed, right? Yeah. So there are many people who are contributing to Bangladesh. I want to capture those, and so basically expose the story behind the story.
Yes, which is a great thing that you're doing. I believe this is very required. Rather than just doing interviews, like just for interviews, let's talk about something that will inspire people and that will really be able to change their mindset in a way, hopefully. So this is great.
Now, one thing is I just want to talk about the youth, and this is my absolute opportunity to ask you, because this is a question that you probably have answers, because I never really understand the Bangladeshi youth as well. Where do you think what is their thought? I mean, and this is talking in general, specific. We cannot be specific because but the youth. I mean, are they more focused on career? What are their ambitions? What are their hopes? Where are they going? What do you think what's happening?
So I think the youth is a really good. In at least my university, I've seen our youth is really nice. All the youth demographic in Bangladesh, I believe, because right now what's happening is that people are right now talking a lot about ideas. Yeah. And when that happens, I think innovation takes place. And this is just happening so much in conversations. Like, people aren't talking more about other things that are irrelevant, but they're talking about the future.
Trying to make a change.
And every friend group has that. They're talking about an idea that they can own and they can build on and they can work on. And there are also people who are focused on doing a good job, and of course there will be, maybe that's their goal. But right now I think the youth, I know that this youth is very obsessed with ideas.
And the thing about the youth now is that they're not just obsessed with the ideas, but they're executing it.
Yeah, that's
something that
wasn't possible in the past.
Yeah, so now they're executing it more. They're showing the world their ideas. They're making it a business, they're making it a foundation, a company, or anything. But they're doing what they want. They're following their passion, right? And at these, even if you go to these universities, like I've seen personally in my university, there are these clubs, these business clubs, marketing clubs, this and that. And people there, they're not just making competitions, like going and joining competitions, but these competitions are also making them inspired. They're giving them innovation and giving them more the fuel to create the future. And the thing about our youth is that they're not just going through this one path; they're making their own path.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a really nice, because this also helps us to execute.
Yeah.
If we have bad surroundings, negative surroundings, it's very difficult to work. And thankfully, we have also friends who tell us that it's such a great thing you guys are doing. Please keep doing it. And that kind of surrounding that we have is just so lucky again. And yeah, this is what we believe in the youth. Like, in Bangladesh.
Cool, great. Thank you for that insight. So now I think we are moving towards the last segment of our conversation, and this is where you get to ask me anything because I've been asking you questions, so maybe I should ask you. Like, do you guys have anything you want to know, or anything? What can we do to support as a Hubdhaka, or even myself, or anything that you want to know? Any burning questions? Please feel free to.
So I'd like to ask, like, so now that we're trying to build a business, so what do you think should be our next step for it that will make us into a business, or at least take us to that path?
So, I mean, I'm going to answer this, and I will basically, first of all, out of the gate, this is, I mean, it may sound like I'm trying to sell Hubdhaka, but I'm not, but I will tell you.
No, of course not.
The thing is, it's very, very important to become disciplined, okay? Discipline as in, like, you need to have set some structures. Number one. Structures as in office hours or meeting times, things like that. Because, like, I think one of the challenges you face is like attracting workers, interns, things that is probably because of lack of space. So you probably need to have your own space, whatever it is, wherever it is. So whether it's in Hubdhaka or in More or any other co-working space, get it. Right? If you cannot afford it, please talk to them and ask if they will donate the space in exchange for something else. Trade, barter, but get a space. It's really, really important because then you can. This is come to our office, right? So it puts you at a very professional front. It's very important. Internet is there, but you still need that. That's number one. Number two is get some mentors. Surround yourself with people who are older than you, who have done it. Not people who are talkers, but people who are done it and can help you either in terms of advices or clear the path for you. So, we need introductions to, we want to work with brands. Maybe if you have a mentor who has already connection with the brands and can introduce you to BAT or to Grameen or to Robi and say, hey, work with these guys. Because you guys do fabulous job. So I think those are the two things I would think about. Get some advices, and obviously, and once that happens, everything else will fall into place. But that's my idea.
We actually have a mentor. His name is Tosif Binakas.
Do you know Plantik Bhaiya?
Yeah,
Plantik, a football page. Yeah.
Maybe I do not. Maybe this is a good opportunity for me to talk to him and bring him on the next session.
It's a football page in Bangladesh. It's the best football page in Bangladesh. If you need football content, please go there. And he's walked the path, with us, and he's walked the path before us. So he's been a very big helping hand to us through this process. Yeah. And hopefully, you will also become one of our mentors, because we just believe we need mentors all around. We just have to learn so much, and we didn't realize this before getting into this whole game and everything.
True. I mean, I will try. I'm not sure how helpful I can be because I'm in Bangladesh. Hapikom. I will be very frank. I'm in Bangladesh. I mean, maybe I do I come 5 to 6 times a year. That's all. But I'm not full-time based in Bangladesh. Like right now, we are talking right now, and I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and sitting in a hotel room and talking to you guys. So that's how I travel a lot. But definitely, anytime you have my contact information, we are connected on Facebook. Anytime, anything we can do or Hubdhaka can do, please reach out. Even if you don't feel like reaching out to me, talk directly to my team in Dhaka. We will make sure. I mean, we are very inclusive as well as very open. Like, if you ever want an event in Mirpur or at Hubdhaka, I have only 2 criteria. If it's a free event, we don't charge. If you're doing it for free, if you're not charging your participants, we will not charge you. If you are charging your participants, then we will charge you. It's a very simple rule. But I think, again, my thought is that, if you are doing something good and you are doing it for free, then why should we charge you, and why should you have to go through that hassle?
That's really nice.
So, again, I'm just saying it. Disclaimer: I'm a very, clear-cut, transparent guy. That's why I keep giving you the disclaimer. But reach out to us anytime, anywhere, anything you need. You can ask it now. Any ideas you have, or reach out. No problem.
Thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the good advices also. Hopefully we'll start working on those.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Most welcome. Well, I know you guys are very busy. You have to take some time off to come and talk to me today.
Not at all. Their exams are finished and they were like sitting in their homes, so it isn't a problem for us. No problem.
But please, thank you for coming, and everyone who's watching, please support TogBog. We need to support more and more of this initiative.
Please.
Don't just like their page. Go back to their page. Tell them what they're doing good, and tell them what they can improve. Give them constructive criticism. Don't be a troll and say "Thank you, hello."
Yeah, 100%. Yes, constructive criticism. We love it. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, show them, what they can do, what angle they can bring, what they can improve, what have they missed. Don't just bash them, say, "Oh, it's a pocha." Right? Yeah, don't be that guy. On internet, everyone can see you. Don't be that. Support them, encourage them, so that other guys can come up.
100%. We
from
just
them.
want that. Absolutely.
And Tanzim, Samin, and Nayeem, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a nice
for calling us. Thank
interview.
you.
And the thing is, I'm going to ask you, like a shameless person, is please put me in touch with this planting bhaiya.
Oh,
I would
sure.
like
Sure.
to talk-
100%. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you'll like talking.
No, I mean, I haven't heard of him.
Okay, you can, yeah.
We haven't heard about him. So we need to make
100%.
work on that.
Yes. If you can, please check out their page. It's
Yeah.
called Planting.
Planting.
PLAANTIK. It's very famous in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
PLAANTIK.
NTIK.
Planting. Okay, I will check it out, and I'm making it public that I would like to talk to your planting bhaiya. Hopefully you will. Please put me in touch.
He'd love it too, I'm sure. Yeah. Yes.
Bye.